this is Rick and welcome to the King Sacrifice YouTube chess channel. So today in this video, I'm going to show you an opening where most of the traps can be applied. So we are talking about King's Gambit, which is determined by the move e4, e5 and f4. So after black captures the f4 pawn, it becomes the accepted variation of King's Gambit. So now here white plays the move bishop to c4, and white here do not need to get worried about the queen h4 check, because he can simply move to f1. If black plays bishop to c5 threatening a mate on f2, then he can simply refuse it by playing the move d4, and after bishop to b6, white can play knight to f3, just attacking the queen and gaining some time. So after bishop to c4, black here plays the move g5, white continues with h4, and here if black captures the h4 pawn, then the king side pawn structure is going to be too weak that it can even cause black a win. So black plays f6. So this move is not a good choice, because now he's going to lose because of the queen to h5 check. After king to e7, queen to f7 check. If king to d6, then here comes e5 check, and if here the pawn captures, then queen to d5 check, king to e7, and queen captures on e5 would be a checkmate. And if king captures the pawn, then obviously queen to d5 would be a mate, and again if king moves to c6, then it would be a mate after queen to d5, king to b6, and queen to b5. So let's see here another move, that is after e captures on f4, bishop to c4, and instead of g5, what happens if here black plays the move bishop to c5. So now here white can play the move d4, queen to h4 check, king to f1, bishop to b6, knight to f3. So it is same as the previous line. And now here black plays the move queen to d8, after which white captures on the f4 pawn, knight to e7, and now white starts attacking by the move knight to g5. And it is not going to be really good after black castles, because it's going to be a nightmare for black after white plays the move queen to h5. Now white is threatening to give a mate on the h7 square, so black refuses it by playing the move h6. And now white here simply takes on the f7 square, giving a check, and black here must give up his rook, because if he moves his king to the h8, then he will end up getting checkmated in a really fantastic way, that is queen captures on h6, g captures on h6, and bishop to e5, giving a mate. So that was another move. So let's see here, if instead of bishop to c4, what happens if white straight away plays the move knight to f3. So now here black continues with the move bishop to e7, white plays bishop to c4, knight to f6, knight to c3, knight captures on e4. So now here black has a plan that if white captures the knight, then he can just regain the piece by playing the move d5 and forking the pieces. But here white plays the move bishop captures on f7 check, king captures on f7, and white can actually play knight to e5 check instead of capturing the knight on e4. And if black kings becomes too greedy and plays the move king to e6, just trying to capture the knight on e5, then white can just play the winning moves, that are queen to g4 check, king captures on e5, d4 check, king captures on d4, and now comes bishop to e3 check. And here are several ways in which black can get checkmated. So first is if king captures the bishop, then after queen to e2, king to d4, queen captures on e4 check, king to c5, queen to d5 check, king to b6, and queen to b5 would be a checkmate. And if he captures the bishop with the pawn, then queen can obviously take on the e4 knight, and after king to c5, queen to d5 check, king to b6, and again queen to b5 would be a mate. And if the king moves to c4, then after queen e2, king b4, queen to b5 would again be a checkmate. So probably the best move for black here is to play king to e5. And after white plays the move bishop captures on f4 check, king to f6, castles, black is already in a very big trouble because white is threatening a mate. Just to show you the mating idea, if black plays the move knight to c6, then bishop to g3 check, and knight to f2, rook captures on f2 would be a mate. So if he tries to get back into his base by playing king to f7, then he will lose his queen after bishop captures on c7. The rook is giving a check to king, and the bishop is gaining the queen on the other move. So these were some of the most dangerous traps that exist in the King's Gambit Accepted. So if you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to hit the like and the subscribe button, and also press the bell icon to get notified with our latest uploads. So thank you for watching, and see you on the next video.